Welcome, heroes. Welcome to Unsung Heroes. My name is Mike Mercadal. I host an in-studio podcast called Zeros on Heroes, where I interview people about their heroes. But this is Unsung Heroes, where you guys get to be the heroes. That's right. It's Unsung Heroes halftime show, everybody. I'm going full college football halftime show with the marching band, and this is just look. Super Bowl's coming up. Everybody's talking about football. I want to talk about the halftime show. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to do our picks for our favorite Super Bowl halftime shows of all time. Also, I love marching bands. You want to talk about the movie Drumline a lot. I'm not opposed to talking about Drumline. And then if you guys ever played in a band, if you've ever taken part in a halftime show, I want to hear about it. And together we're also going to determine the lineup for the ultimate Super Bowl halftime show. Are you guys ready to make your picks for who you want to see playing the halftime show? And yes, thank you. Ultimately, the decision has already been made. This year it's Maroon 5. Maroon 5. Are we pro Maroon 5 or anti? Does it matter anymore? Look. We are dead center. We are incredibly ambivalent to who plays in the halftime show. And then also, it's the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about commercials. So we're going to talk about that as well. This is our full 100% capitalizing on Super Bowl weekend. What do you say we get our first hero up on the stage? Coming up first, a blank piece of paper. Oh, nope. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brendan Gillett! Out the gate. What's up, buddy? You're going to have to turn that mic was off to conserve battery. There you go. It's on. It's on.
No, okay.
There we go.
The light was on either way. I was just saying, John, I hope I'm up first, and now here we are.
Well, you
That's
made
the secret,
it, buddy.
You guys.
I make dreams come true on this show.
Yeah, no, put something out to the universe, you get it.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Mike, are you scraping the bottom of the nerd barrel these days?
What do you mean?
Or I just feel like the topics have been really out there. Or are you trying something new in 2019?
This is a very difficult time to capitalize on stuff that I also haven't done already.
Yeah.
We've done a bunch of stuff over and over, so I don't want to get boring, I don't want to get stagnant.
I also admit I came to this podcast late. I don't know the history of what you've covered, so I'm very happy with where we are. And I'm sitting there realizing how much I know about the halftime show, because when you said it at first, I was like, well, I'm gay, so the only thing I know is Lady Gaga did it once and Beyonce did it once, and that's all I know. But I also remember when Bruno Mars did it, and he did a drum solo, which I remember because I'm a drummer, but then the Red Hot Chili Peppers popped out of nowhere.
Right.
And Chad Smith had a double bass drum set that had the Seahawks on one bass drum and whatever team they were playing on that was from Seattle, so I remember that too.
The Seahawks and whoever. Yeah.
It was a Colorado team, maybe, because someone was
the Broncos?
Someone was like, look, both teams in this Super Bowl this year legalized weed. That was a whole moment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember who played the Seahawks. I just remember that was the one that they lost.
And now we are done with my halftime show knowledge. Thank you, everyone, for having me. I will be leaving.
But that's the thing
stage.
about so the Super Bowl is a football game that's trying to market to everybody. You know what I mean? So that's why the commercials are a big deal. The halftime show is a big deal, and then because they know football fans are just going to watch it for the game at least, and then it started as I don't even remember. I don't even know how the halftime shows are really big in college with the marching bands and all that stuff, which I love. I love a good marching band.
Sure.
But you'd be surprised at how much you're recalling a lot more than I even knew.
Well, yeah, and this is because I do have straight friends, so I have seen a Super Bowl.
The
Several
Super Bowl.
times.
They're not going to take your gayness away from you if you watch the Super Bowl.
No, but I just a lot. None of my gay friends have ever hosted a Super Bowl watch party. Is what I'm saying. It's not not the gays I hang out with. This is not a thing we do. That being said, the Brooklyn Community Pride Center is doing a Super Bowl watch this year,
fair
which I'm
enough.
potentially going to
plug it here if you want.
Yeah, Brooklyn Pride Center.
But so this year, it's Maroon 5.
which is fine.
But that it's been like an escalating thing of like the halftime, like you said, the Red Hot Chili Peppers popped
Didn't
up.
it used to be like nobody? Oh no, I also remember Katy Perry's halftime show.
Yes.
Mostly because someone wrote an article about it. The headline of which was Katy Perry's halftime show: postmodern miracle or abomination.
That
And
was the headline. Damn.
Question has plagued me about everything I look at since then. Every TV show I watch, every album I listen to, everything I listen to, I'm like postmodern miracle or abomination.
How pretentious. No, but the idea of that one was that Super Bowl halftime show was famous for the shark
puppets.
The shark that had no idea. She came out on a fucking Power Rangers Megazord or whatever the fuck.
And the point of the article was like, this was like a weird put a bunch of references in a blender. Like she flew away on the star from The More You Know.
Yes,
and
that's
like
right.
she was on a Power Rangers thing, but then like the lion was, like there were like so many things that were like maybe references, but also maybe not.
Yeah, you don't know. What if it was just like, oh, that kind of looks like a thing.
Brilliant
like, that's
use
what
of
it is
remix
now.
culture, or like a really lazy, like somebody copied off the person next to them.
I just remember it being the left shark being a big
Left Shark
meme.
was
The
real-
big meme. And,
Do you remember Beyonce's backup dancers when she did it?
oh, is that the one with that the picture came out of her where it was like they spread that picture around?
there was
Unflattering picture.
Yeah, and you know what? She's a performer. She was in the moment. I think that's very unfair. But her backup dancers was her.
What?
There was a moment where there was a video screen behind her, and rather than other humans on stage, they just copy and pasted her body dancing behind her.
Whoa.
Robin said, I keep dancing on my own, but Beyonce was truly dancing on her own.
But that was one of those things where like...
And then Destiny's Child came out for like 2 songs and left, and everyone was like, fuck you. More of that, please.
They want so they want Beyonce. Is she crested? Is she on the decline?
No, everyone loves Beyonce, but like, I don't know, if you're gonna do Destiny's Child reunion, like do it.
Right. Well, that's
it.
The thing about a lot of football fans think
Justin
that's a
Timberlake did a
halftime.
halftime show.
Which is
You
controversial. Know a lot more
I know
about
so much about this. I'm realizing.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake did one, and people were really mad because like he is responsible for the Janet Jackson nip slip.
Yes.
And like a lot of people said, like at that moment, she was very famous. He was not a nobody, but he wasn't as big as she was. He pulled off her shirt. She got essentially exiled from the industry, and he like continued to become very famous to the point where he did one. And I'm just mad that he didn't bring her on stage to pull his pants down.
I'll be
That
honest
would
with
have
you.
been justice. Eric is pointing at me. He knows.
That would have been full circle.
Justice, full circle.
It'd be very poetic. But
Very poetic.
The thing
Which
also,
is fun because she was in a movie called Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice with Tupac Shakur. The idea that the show has to have some sort of
Reveal
event,
of a nipple?
Yeah. No, yes, a nipple reveal, but like some sort of event thing.
Destiny's Child has to come out. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have to come out.
Right.
I don't remember who JT brought out. No one remembers.
Yeah.
Like things, you have to do something. Katy Perry brought out Missy Elliott.
It's right.
And that was another moment where everyone was like, fuck you, do more of this. Less Katy Perry, more Missy Elliott, please.
Brendan, what if you are like a secret Super Bowl halftime savant? You know so much.
I guess this is true.
What is
But only for a select number of years.
Right, yeah.
It does not go back that far.
Well, I remember that I was watching the first one that MTV did.
I remember the Black Eyed Peas did it, though.
Yeah, that it was like Aerosmith and Britney Spears and NSYNC and like it was like this big spectacle, and it was the first time that they got MTV to do it.
Well, what's weird is I feel like sometimes the like halftime performer and the football are not at odds, but they're like not the same moment.
No, they are 100%.
Like some people are buying a ticket to go to a Lady Gaga concert, and some people are buying a Super Bowl ticket.
Right.
And the Lady Gaga halftime show was worth it. Maybe not. It was probably really expensive, but like halftime show
that was the one where
she came in from the roof.
Yes,
but she didn't actually sing the song on top of the roof. That was pre-recorded.
Right. And I remember there was a lot of people.
Well, she did actually do it, but like not in that moment.
Yeah.
But she did legitimately come down from the roof. Which every mascot has done, so we've seen that before.
Which is inherently kind of dangerous, I guess. But like, do you remember like the first time?
Do I ever?
Yeah, but have you been to a sporting event? Have you ever been to like a football game, or whatever?
Lots of times, yeah.
Has there in the regular games they don't have all this spectacle? Like the halftime show is usually just like some fan trying to kick a field goal.
Oh yeah, or it's like kids chasing something.
Yeah, or like a race.
There's a minor league hockey team in New Hampshire, in the town that we used to live in, where they have chuck-a-puck. where you buy an orange foam puck and they put a bucket, and if you throw your puck in the bucket or closest to the bucket, you like win. Or like the one where they bring you out and they put you on the half line and they're like put a board on the goal and there's a tiny puck-sized hole. And they're like, if you can shoot in here, you get a new car.
Yeah.
Or like, here's some babies trying to crawl fast. I do remember when we lived in Seattle, we went to a Mariners game, and Moose, the Mariners mascot, did descend from the ceiling on a rope with the Mission Impossible theme song.
Oh.
Additionally, I think the Phillies mascot, not the green one, the Phillies fan, who? Sorry, the Fanatic.
Yeah.
Which is what fan is short for, Adam. But also, yes, the Philly Fanatic came down from the ceiling, but the dude in the suit passed out.
What?
I think it was him. You could see he's coming down like on a harness, and then the body just like goes limp. And they just lower this like limp,
like a dead mascot
suit down to the ground, and like EMTs rush out. Yeah, so look that up. That's a great video.
Do you have you ever participated in a halftime situation?
In high school, I did not participate in a halftime situation, but I did play the drum on the sideline. And I wasn't like supposed to. You had to sign up to be part of
You were in a band?
The Red something.
Oh.
I was in jazz band, and we never did halftime shows.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're not going to take a jazz ensemble marching across the field.
But somehow a snare drum found its way to the sidelines, and they were like, you can play. So they took me out of the stands, even though I hadn't signed up, and I did get to just play around on the drum. Not during the halftime show. The halftime show was the dance teams. It was very controversial that the male dance team was allowed to dance to Knuck If You Buck, but the girls were like, got in trouble for dancing to, they didn't get to do their first choice, but they did do Whatever You Like by Nicole Scherzinger. And it was very sexy.
There's sometimes when you're watching like these high school dance things, and I remember when I was in school, there was a moment where I was like, "Oh, this is great," and then I looked into the stands, and there were people horrified, like oh shit.
But like also like I'm not trying to tell. Well, I don't know. This is complicated. I'm a teacher now. Like it was like sexy, but not too much.
Right.
And like they got in way more trouble than they should have, you know, because we shame female sexuality, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Of course, yeah. Do you have a favorite of these? Like, what would you rank as the number one halftime show?
Lady Gaga's halftime show.
Lady Gaga. What would you? Who's your dream? Like, if we're putting together a halftime show that's just a crazy mashup of your picks. So at some point, someone starts the halftime show. Who's starting the halftime show?
This is hard because on the one hand, I could pick like a halftime show that I would want to see, that everyone else would want to see, but then I could pick the halftime show that I would want to see, that would leave the majority of the Super Bowl fans and probably the majority of these listeners maybe confused about like, why is this happening in the middle? Like I would put
they have to be famous enough. I think they have to be to halftime show caliber.
Can Interpol do a halftime show?
Interpol.
They're playing Madison Square Garden on February 16th. I already have my tickets. Like I'm going, obviously. But
I don't know. I didn't think about that.
They're big enough for the Garden. But see, that would be like a weird, you're like, football, energy. And then you're like, let's be sad.
Right. That's the thing.
Like, it has to fit.
It has to fit.
But we're not talking about. You said my dream.
Right. But
my dream is I have tickets to be one of the people that goes on the field and sees an Interpol show from 5 feet away.
While it's in,
there's like everyone around me drinking Budweiser. Right. This is now a dream.
Interpol comes out and they start playing.
Yeah, and then the surprise reveal of the person that pops out.
Everybody's gonna get one of these reveals.
Yeah.
So it's at a certain point we're gonna have a mashup of creative, starting out with Interpol. I was not expecting that.
Oh, but we have to have like a reveal, right? Like somebody comes out and like joins them.
As everybody's gonna get to pick.
You know who? Who it would be? You know who it would be? It would be Azalea Banks, because she does a cover of Interpol's "Slow Hands," which is actually
I don't know that song.
It's a very good song. It's on their album Antics. You should listen to it.
Are you going to sing a little bit over there?
No. If you come to karaoke someday with me, I'll sing it. I sing it almost every week.
I have to come back.
I didn't do it that time you were there?
I don't think so.
Did I do Slow Hands, John?
We didn't.
Would not be able to remember.
You're right. Great point. No one remembers.
Fair enough.
I did it in the bar, but not in the private room.
So Interpol with Azalea Banks.
We weren't there for that time. You were there. Whatever. The point is, yes, Interpol and Azalea Banks would come out, and she would do Slow Hands with them, and they would alternate between their version and her version, like at the same time.
That'll be a great way to start off this halftime show.
And then she will say something that is like wildly offensive, and everyone will be mad that happened. But like, I don't know, you know,
yeah.
boo. And then that's why they have a 3-second delay on live TV now because of Janet Jackson's breasts.
Because of Janet Jackson. We brought it around full circle, Brendan.
We did bring it right around full circle. Poetic justice. We're back.
And you know way more than you look what you learned about yourself.
I thought about the halftime show.
What would you like to promote before you go?
Well, speaking of Interpol's antics and the song Slow Hands, on my podcast Lunch Break Society, we review Interpol's antics every single week.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen to Lunch Break Society.
Thank you, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon James Gillett! Coming up next, a round of applause for the Suzannimal Adams. Suzanne! Boom, bam, what's up, buddy?
It's exciting to be co-host to Adam because I finally understand how Adam feels when we talk about Double Dare.
Yeah,
I just know things and keep pulling them
We
out.
can kick
Adam,
field goals.
what do you know about
Kick
the halftime
field
show?
goals. Well, I know that the Janet Jackson titty gate was why MTV got pulled off of it.
Yeah.
Then they went to classic rock for a pretty long time.
Yeah, they had fucking Paul McCartney
Paul
did it one
McCartney,
year.
the Who.
That was great, actually. I like the Who one.
I really, for the Who one, I thought they should have had the CSI casts in the background, like doing the Rockette thing. I thought that would have been
with the
appropriate. With all the it was on CBS, I believe, and they had the Who basically do, I think, every CSI theme song.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
They never used Eminem's front, so I don't know.
I'm looking at the list,
and then they had Prince, who was probably, I mean, the Prince one is.
Yeah,
completely
that is my
out of
favorite
control.
one. The best halftime show of all time was
What's that?
Prince playing Purple Rain in the
fucking
downpour of
Yeah.
rain. That was that to this day, like it's still amazing. And like the behind the scenes of it, where they were like, "Is he gonna? Hey, if you want to stop it, we're gonna have to do something else." He's like, "No, we're doing it." And he goes and he fucking crushes. And he's wearing these giant boots. Everything's super slippery out there, and he fucking crushes it. That's my favorite one.
It doesn't get that was, I thought the Beyonce, but not the one where she guested, because when they announced Coldplay, everyone got pissed.
Oh, right, Coldplay.
Because everyone's like,
Beyonce
we don't want
guested.
Coldplay. So they brought in Beyonce just to make sure everyone was happy.
It was actually Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Mark Ronson, Gustavo Dudamel, I don't know who that is, and the University of California marching band.
I think he was in Rammstein.
Kind of everybody they could find out.
Yeah, like they were.
I just remembered also that Justin Timberlake did Prince covers and projected him on the screens, and it was right
that
after
was
he
a-
died, and that was a whole moment.
Yeah.
People were, remember, and then they had Selfie Kid. That's one of the things I always get kind of.
I'm sorry, they had what gate?
Selfie Kid. When he
Selfie
took the selfie with a kid, and he kind of became a meme for.
Oh, the kid was like
he had
couldn't
the
figure out
raised
his
face, and
camera.
he's like,
yeah,
oh my god, I'm gonna be on Ellen. You know, that's what happens.
yeah. I have it all here. Yeah, he did. I Would Die for You, the pre-recorded, video of Prince playing in the background.
And I don't think there was they didn't do an NSYNC reunion on that one. He did it at the VMAs.
No, yeah. See,
Yeah, but I think that's why I think that the Illuminati intentionally tanked the album.
The Illuminati
the Man
tanked
of the Woods album that came out
because he didn't do an NSYNC reunion.
because I think they want to force him. They wanted to force his hand to make the NSYNC reunion happen. He was gonna be allegedly one of the Coachella headliners this year.
Was going to be Timberlake.
He was going to be on. He was early rumor, and you got to figure that would have been the time that the NSYNC reunion would have happened. The way they had a Destiny's Child one Beyonce headline a year or two ago.
This has gone in an exciting and new direction.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I love reading about music festivals. I love waste of money.
Yeah, so you're all about the Fire Festival and all that stuff.
I watched them both.
That's a whole different type of waste of money, though.
That's
at least
that's
when
a
you go to
halftime
Coachella,
show.
you do see bands.
Ja Rule should play the halftime show.
I would have.
Where would I be without you?
And then it's just a bunch of FEMA tents set up in the halftime show, and everyone gets a cheese sandwich.
That's the thing.
That's the
that-
Ja Rule halftime
That's what
show.
gripes me. Is just like how do these people know people to get on stage? It's just it just there's this weird elitism when I watch. Maybe I'm inherently just an only child who's envious of other people getting attention. So never mind
Wait,
that.
what people are you talking about? Like, how does
whoever-
the halftime show book Justin
No,
Timberlake?
how do the people who get on the field and get to dance? How do
those people,
what's the power and how are they influenced?
It's like a casting thing. They have like a call, and then you can like
Really?
it's like you book it. Like
Well,
you
I thought
get.
it was just straight up money.
I
Like,
think
you
you could
pay a lot of money. And
Well,
then you
I
get
think
it.
you have to be affiliated something. Yeah, you have to be affiliated with a company that
to be an audience member.
because it's a special thing, and it's not like they want to make sure that the people there, like everybody, has to be on board. Like they can't just have like a bunch of randos come running out into the field because they could fuck up the show.
See, that's what I'm like. Oh man, I wouldn't want them to have to go through people's pictures. I don't want to see them people wouldn't want to see them at the halftime show. How many Instagram followers do they have? I just get irked out. I don't like it. Also, Robin would be very good at halftime.
Robin?
Dancing on my
Light.
own. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I want to be on stuff. Yeah.
What is your
Call your girl.
Adam? Do you have a favorite that you remember?
I mean, the Prince one was good. The Springsteen one was really good.
Oh yes. When was that? That was a while ago.
2009 because I remember. I just said, "Why are we watching football? Springsteen should have just played for 3 hours, and the halftime show should be football." I remember.
Yeah, it was 2009.
What a fun reversal.
He played fucking Born to Run and Glory Days.
That was the shortest Springsteen concert ever.
Yeah,
that's like 2% of a Springsteen concert. The average Springsteen concert, I believe, is about 17 hours long.
Apparently,
There's a meal break in between.
They did go classic rock for a while.
Oh, yeah. I think it might have been Beyonce or forget
a true classic rocker.
The year before
that's when it stopped. Is what
the year before fucking Bruce Springsteen was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Like what an I would have not.
Yeah. This is an era I don't remember whatsoever.
Yeah. Prince was 2007.
Can we make just to jump on other things networks did to combat against the halftime show? I was looking forward to bringing this up all week. 2002, U2 played the halftime show, but on NBC they challenged it with Playboy Playmate Fear Factor.
That was their challenge.
Shut the fuck up. What?
Because it's true. Like the programming.
They played it at the same time?
Well, they only aired 15 minutes of the episode and then aired the rest after the game. It was
to get people to turn over.
Like, we got Playmates and Joe Rogan yelling. It was.
Do you remember
a shit show?
They used to have the lingerie bowl. Like, hey, everybody, come over here, watch these girls play football.
Yeah, no, then they changed the name to the Legends Football League, even though they still played in lingerie.
Yeah,
that's kind of like
so
the
dumb.
Puppy Bowl, right?
The Puppy Bowl is one of those things.
Lingerie.
Also, Puppy Bowl Bounty Gate 2019. They're some of the puppies putting bounties on other puppies. It's disgusting. Animal cruelty. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like televised dog fighting kind of.
Puppy Bowl.
Have you personally ever taken part in any halftime activities?
Well, I was actually in the marching band until my last. I quit before senior year. I played the trumpet.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What happened was that I had to choose between marching band or AV club, or I wouldn't
Classic
get a
choice.
lunch.
You wouldn't get what?
I wouldn't have lunch period. So I
So you were choosing between marching band, AV club, and lunch.
If I could have done
there was a
marching band,
triangle, and you had to pick two.
Yeah, I could have done them both, but I wouldn't have had a lunch period.
That was the third choice. It was a triangle.
Yes, you're right.
It was like pick two.
Marching band, AV club. Look,
a
real high school Sophie's choice. What do you do?
Yeah, I was cool. I got Mathletes was before school, so I was fine.
What? So you played the trumpet? Did you get to like actually do the marching?
Yeah, we did very little. All right, Jericho High School football. I believe 1 year they did not score a point the whole season.
Yes,
like
great.
0 points. And I think they won. They got a few points, but never won. And then I think after a few years, they finally won one game at the homecoming weekend. We thought it was going to be a movie. It was that epic.
Yeah. Did everyone like lose their minds when that happened?
We were going both like, we're going to be in a movie. We're going to be in a movie. Like, we thought it was it was
like overcoming the odds.
High school football. Yeah.
A real.
But I was in the marching band and we wore polyester suits. We marched on the homecoming parade and.
What was the song that you had to learn that sticks out of your mind?
Nothing. We did the Rocky theme.
Oh, that's classic. Yeah.
It was very nothing out of the ordinary.
Did you do shapes or choreography?
Very, very little.
Okay.
It was either marching forward or to the right or to the left. There was so little because we had 40 minutes a day, and that was and then you had to get everyone to get their instruments together, so there was no time to practice. So we were told to play loud and just walk. Very little.
I have to ask: were you good? Was the band any good?
I don't.
Just a sloppy high school
it was
band.
Fine. Yeah, it was a high school band. I mean, I was pretty good. I was a pretty good player, and then I got braces.
Oh no! That's the worst thing a trumpet player could get.
Killer.
Yeah.
So I would what I would do to combat it for a time was I would just the wax you would put.
Yes, my brother went through this. My brother had braces forever, and he was in the band and he played everything.
I dreamt I would just cover my mouth in that wax, the brackets on my braces to
you
play.
just had like a mouth guard on.
Yeah, it was like I was like a player with a mouth guard. Yeah, it was that amount of wax. And then when I got my braces off, I had to relearn again because everything it was like. So I wasn't as good that.
You got a whole new mouth.
Yeah. This is like when like a high school star athlete blows his knee out in the last game of the season.
Just like that.
Just like that. You brace his...
Give him the shot.
And then you cover your knee in wax and just hope for the best.
Yeah. You just wax up the knee.
Get the cortisone shot.
Adam, who would you like to see? Interpol is coming out first with Azalea Banks, and they're doing some weird, sad music. And then, boom, there's a sudden reveal. There's another guest performer at this halftime show. Who would you choose? Musical guest. I don't think Meredith Vieira has a band.
I know that. I'm fully aware that I can't do that, but I can pick Gigi Allen.
Gigi Allen? You want to throwing shit at the fucking...
I think it's gonna be nice that someone takes a shit on the 50-yard line.
Does everybody know who Gigi Allen is?
And it's it's
Punk legend.
someone's gonna take a shit on the 50-yard line. It's not one of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders this time.
Wait, did a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader take a shit on
No,
this?
that's not true. I just start that rumor though. Never mind.
Yeah.
There's groundbreaking new male cheerleaders performing, I think, at the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, cool.
Whatever team, like...
There's finally a male model on the American Prices Right.
That's true. There's a male spokesmodel. Hey, finally, men are getting their chance to succeed.
Really
women
beautiful,
game show hosts.
good at dancing men.
But
you still have to be attractive in all these situations.
do you genuinely want so I would imagine this is an unscheduled guest.
I don't think
he
he would be invited on. I think he would just bum rush the stage and Kanye and just start,
Is Interpol still there?
They would have to be.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there'll be a lot of PDAs. I mean, I don't know.
And then Gigi Allen comes out covered in
he's
shit.
literally obstacle number 2.
I like that we've already added some scandal to what we're doing.
You know what you think about a Super Bowl halftime show? Interpol puns. That's what you think of. Man. But I don't know if Gigi Allen is because he's dead, allegedly.
This is a all time living or
so
dead.
we could resurrect him for this. I was gonna say maybe we'll have girl talk.
Girl talk.
Yeah, he's a guy with a laptop.
Would he be a fun show though? Like where's the spectacle?
He would have a laptop. They could get all the influencers on stage.
Well, he uses I've heard that Girl Talk actually uses like 4 turntables and like does everything like
no, it's he uses audio mulch and
he switched.
It's all he plays live, but it's all electronic. Like it's all on his computer.
Sure. Well, I don't really know Girl Talk that well, so I don't know
it's
how.
It's fun, man.
It's good, but it's
mashup.
It's up.
It's
very, very
super
fun.
hype mashups.
It's super hype. So
it is the funnest. It's pure euphoria.
So as the Interpol is, everyone's like, why did they start with Interpol? Boom! Here comes
Girl Talk.
The remake. He rises out of the stage with all of his turntables.
It's he has a laptop. He has a very strong laptop.
It would be an illusion. It would be for the spectacle. He would have multiple screens around
dancers and shit.
Sure.
He'll have dancers on stage the whole
I like it.
When I went to Sunfest last year, he played and I got on stage. It was very cool.
He himself.
Wait, oh, that's right. Yeah.
I go to visit Hurricane Sandy Suzanne, my mom.
Hurricane Sandy Suzanne.
I love you, Mom. She's not listening.
Suzanne.
Yes, that's way better. What is Adam? What would you like to promote before you go?
I have finishing up the podcast. Next episode is Starter from Degrassi. Now we're here with Toby. I don't know where she is. And I have
she's in DC, right?
Is she back? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be out soon, and I have an Instagram ADAMSUZ as in zebra, A N as in Nancy.
The best Instagram in the world.
Instagram in the world.
If you like anything,
I was wondering where that sentence was going.
If you have an interest, if you have no interests, if you have some interests, my Instagram is for you. My Instagram, hey, let's get Fuck Jerry, Fat Jew. Let's get my Instagram going. All right?
Let's replace Fuck Jerry and the Fat Jewish with Adam Suzanne.
And another Fat Jew. I mean, hey, at least 3 times a year, people ask me if I'm the Fat Jew. So.
Do you say no? I'm a fat Jew?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. I said
articles, love them.
Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Adam Suzanne. Coming up next, Box the Devil himself, John Smith. Bam.
Give me a J. Give me an O. Give me an H. Give me an N. What does that spell?
John VOX. VOX.
So this is terrifying because I have very limited Super Bowl knowledge, and all of it has been used already on stage today.
That's all right. Look, I have. We haven't.
Bitch,
We haven't.
I don't need directions.
I like how
I will come fight you.
I like how Brendan's like your stage mom.
But I'm a huge nerd. Like I do know when the last Quidditch World Cup was. But like,
What would a Quidditch halftime show be?
I mean, I don't know. Some way like J.K. Rowling comes out and says some tweets that people mad.
Just redefines the entire world for everybody. Oh no, this was all a dream. He was a crazy boy living under some stairs.
It was in 2018. That wasn't a bluff. I do know that.
The last Quidditch World Cup was in 2018.
Yes,
John?
I do like the
Did
idea.
they drug test for that?
Obviously,
You got to make sure nobody's on
I
that.
do like
Felix
the idea, though,
Felices,
of like Philly Wizards destroying Philadelphia for winning Quidditch.
like a riot, like a wizard riot.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, everyone's
love Gritty.
casting Wingardium. But would
They
it?
don't need to climb the poles; they just float up.
Yeah. And also like when they like burn cars, it kind of takes the effort out of it because they're not throwing Molotov cocktails. There's just like incendio. You know?
Still eating horse shit though.
That was a great night.
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
god.
no, there was literally win or lose. There was no way Philly wasn't going to be on fire.
I'll ask you this. So since we don't know, you don't want to.
I've literally only
burden
watched
you.
the Super Bowl once.
What? Which one? Do you
it
remember?
it was the year of Left Shark. It was because I work in advertising and a client had a commercial on, and so we had to be there on social media. Yeah,
Have you had any part in a commercial that aired during the Super Bowl?
I have not. No, only in the social media side of things. We had to be there for like the fallout of like how people reacted.
The
To
Super Bowl is the same every year. It's football. You're not missing. Once you've
Right.
seen one Super Bowl, you've seen them all. It's football every
It's
year.
just who. If you don't care about who wins, if you have no dog in the fight, it's like it's just a game. But did you watch it for the spectacle?
So no, I have not directly worked on one. I've just like worked on the team like that talked about it.
What? Okay,
I will not tell you which one.
I know you. Yeah. That's fine. What? So let's do this. What year were you born?
1985.
85. Let's see.
Super Bowl shuffle.
That's the Bears, right?
The Bears.
Do you know? Well, I don't
85
even
Bears,
know
one
who
of the
this
best teams.
is.
They recorded the Super Bowl shuffle before the Super Bowl even happened. They weren't even in the Super Bowl yet.
It was all about going to the Super
When
Bowl.
did
It was about wanting to win.
At what point did like the halftime show? Did like the
All right.
halftime?
It was
like,
Michael
turned at
Jackson.
some point,
It was
right?
Michael Jackson who
Yeah.
made the halftime show from a marching band kind of kitschy
Right.
thing to, a marquee event. And
Okay.
Because I'll tell you who it was that performed at the 1985 Super Bowl. They're called Tops in Blue, a touring performance ensemble made up of active duty members of the United States Air Force. So it's
Sounds
not.
thrilling.
Yeah. It's not.
it was not rock and roll.
like a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was Michael Jackson who was the first like pop star who did it. And that was when he had the pose, like the
He did the lean.
he did like the cross, and that's
Okay.
that's what
With
that's
the
where Chris
wind, with
Jericho
the
got it
fan
from.
on him. He did
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
kinda, yeah. And then Chris Jericho stole that for his wrestling entrance.
What year was that?
I don't know, early '90s, I would guess.
Yeah,
90
okay.
I don't know if it was before or after any.
It had to. I'm trying to look now.
But
like,
Michael Jackson was the first big star to do Super Bowl halftime show. And
yeah. To be fair, like, look, I'm looking at 1991. The theme was Small World.
yeah, no,
You know, the performers were the New Kids on the Block
Ooh.
and Disney characters.
Oh.
Yeah, this is 1991. I'm trying to find. Good God, this list is. It was
Teen girls
1993.
watched that.
93. Yeah,
93 was
yeah.
Michael Jackson, and he came out and destroyed the show.
It
and-
was,
I mean, of course
And then
he did.
after that, it became the thing.
Well, that was when, like, so here's the set list: Jam, Billie Jean, Black or White, We Are the World, and Heal the World. So I think it was also during Desert Storm, wasn't it? That was had to have been
91,
like
91 was desert. It was
91
91
was-
I mean,
was long over.
I remember seeing the black and white video for the first time. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like at that point, everything Michael Jackson touched.
Dangerous.
That's a bad word I just used.
Yeah, You've there's a documentary coming
yeah.
out. I haven't heard much about it, but everybody's like
they-
super
they
pissed.
Literally,
They had to have trauma counselors in the intermission of it
yeah.
for the people who watched it.
I know all
Whoa.
about this just through Toby's Facebook. Wherever you are, Toby.
Yeah, we're thinking
We
of you,
miss you.
Toby.
We think of you.
I'm more excited about the Amazing Jonathan documentary at Sundance.
There's an Amazing Jonathan documentary.
There's because this one that's Leaving Neverland's getting so much attention, but apparently he did a docu like I don't know if it's a documentary or a mockumentary because he thought he had 6 months to live,
Right.
And now they did a doc and and apparently it's really, really good, and that might get Ruckus on DVD, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that's I'm excited about. So, John, have you ever participated in a halftime event? Have you ever been on the field?
My school didn't have football.
Oh.
I went to a Catholic school. I was going to say a private school, and that's technically true, but a Catholic school, like a private school, makes it seem like it's rich.
Right.
A Catholic school does not necessarily mean rich.
A Pennsylvania Catholic school, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean rich. Very limited in what their resources were. 'Cause my school was like that too.
They put all of their effort into like basketball and soccer.
Okay.
And no, I was not a sports kid. Like I said, I know when the Quidditch World Cup was. I was super nerdy. All I cared about was video games and anime.
Did you want to? Well, there's sports animes. I love the football. There's one about football that I love. I can't remember the name of it.
Eye Shield.
Eye Shield.
Eye Shield 20 something. 21.
Yeah. Oh, Ben knows it.
And then there's Prince of Tennis was a big one back then. I
love the Japanese take on American sports.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Any Japanese take on America is great.
It's fascinating.
Free was a really popular one about swimming boys.
Oh yeah. Benel Jermosin, he's been on the show. He had a thing here where he would do like Otakulips, and they would do like screenings and do like a MST3K commentaries like as we were watching it. And I did an episode of that free thing. Yeah. And it was like and I mean this with all due respect, the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing.
It's a genre of anime called boy love, where it's like,
oh, that's so
is that
good.
yaoi?
That does that translate well?
I think yaoi is more like, it's close. It's more erotic, where BL is just like
it was emotional
romance stories.
It's super but it's maudlin drama and romance.
There's another one. I mean, there's always a little bit of that in like there's always a huge fangirl yaoi like fan base to the sports animes, because it's all just like boys being intense and having relationships and playing sports.
Yeah.
But like the most recent one that actually is like, it is undeniably gay is Yuri on Ice, which is a ice skating, a figure skating,
and they're just gay.
As gay as they can be on Japanese television.
Yeah, I mean,
really?
That's the other thing about the Olympics being in Japan next year because of Russia and all. The gay athletes that there was a lot of controversy. So they have a guy who's trying to make Japan more LGBT friendly.
Yeah,
and it's professional wrestler Hiroshi Hase.
He's trying to because it's still pretty reserved in the Japanese community. You're not allowed to be out.
It's not illegal, but people would shun you if you were. I think it's kind of.
There's like but like in Yuri on Ice, they do like weird ways to get around it. Like people were super excited about it, and then I watched it and I was like, this is not as gay as people made it out to be. Because
where's the gay? I want more gay.
That was the Brokeback Mountain when that deleted scene in Knocked Up.
There's this stuff where like the one character and his trainer slash boyfriend, like he gives him a ring, but they don't call it marriage proposal at all whatsoever. They never kiss throughout the entire season.
They can't show it or anything.
It's just like I mean, they don't even.
Or it's just more romantic.
They just kind of like, it's like if it's always just will they won't they, but it's for sure they will, like always, right. But like they just have to always kind of make it be like, but maybe they want to kiss a girl.
All right, well, I mean, I could talk about this forever. It's super interesting, but let's pick so Interpol and Azalea Banks have done a thing.
Okay.
Gigi Allen tried to ruin it, but then Girl Talk comes out with a million screens, and he starts playing. Okay. And then who joins Girl Talk?
Okay, so I actually have an idea for this, and this year I would propose like an exchange program.
Okay.
In that we get the kitten halftime special from the Puppy Bowl to show up.
The kitten halftime. Oh, that's right, because there's a halftime special for the Puppy Bowl, and it's kittens.
Oh, yeah. They have kittens, and it's like sparklers and kittens.
So I imagine the Girl Talk song just pops up on these giant screens, and there's cats singing along.
Cat.
They're just kittens playing, and then whatever was going to be, like whatever, like Bon Jovi or whatever, can go over to the Puppy Bowl that year.
Fair enough.
It's
All
just-
right. Yeah.
Don't
Rocking
even,
out with
that's going to
puppies.
happen in like within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
People-
There's
the
going to
puppy
be a
bowl
big
gets
star.
more elaborate every year.
I saw Maroon 5 like 2 years before they got famous, and they opened for and I was
Yeah.
like, this guy sounds like a Muppet. I don't like this.
I saw them. This is going to say way too much about me. I saw them open for Jason Mraz.
Oh, wow.
Which
That's not, look, that sounds fun to
The
me.
I
yeah.
don't feel
Mesh
like-
hat, Jason Maz,
That
Remedy.
sounds like a show I would have hit on college girls at.
yeah.
Right? Like that's totally what I imagined that vibe to have been.
I saw them open for Phantom Planet.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
All right.
This all sounds about right of the bands that would be slightly bigger than Maroon 5 at that time.
And the Maroon 5 album that my friend bought because he really liked it said I
Brendan's
think
having
the
an
singer
aneurysm.
yeah.
said,
It's freaking out.
if I wasn't in Phantom Planet, I would be in Maroon 5. That was the blurb on the front of the album.
Wow.
Which I don't know. Cool.
Well, I think we've nailed another contribution. We're just escalating this halftime show more and more.
Oh yeah, no. I also want it to like it's girl talk, and it's not they're playing with girl talk. It's the music quiets down, and everybody just has to quietly watch Kittens for like a few minutes.
So it's not
Yeah.
just playing while he's playing. All of a
There
sudden,
could
it's just
be
like
new kitten-based music, whatever. Like they could like. I don't want. The kittens do not share a stage time.
fair enough. There's a moment where like the audience is like, "Oh, what's going to be the next reveal? Oh, who's the next act coming up?" Boom, meows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's
100%.
look. I think we got it. John, is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
I post artwork online at Vox the Devil. Go look at it.
Everyone should follow at Vox the Devil. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for John Smith. Boom, boom, boom. I got this next name right here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sherry. Sherry, come on up here. Sherry, thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Welcome. Thank
Here we
you.
are.
Sherry, I got to ask, how familiar are you with the Super Bowl halftime show?
Well, let me zip my zipper up.
Please.
Yes, I've watched some football games, and I know they have all the music artists on there. So I think they should have Jay-Z and Madonna perform.
Jay-Z and Madonna, that's like
Yeah.
a dream for you.
Yeah.
I don't think Jay-Z's ever done it. Madonna for sure did it back in the day.
She has a new butt now. She could twerk her butt, I think.
You think
She
she should
has a
go?
new booty. I think she showed off her booty at the. She paid for implants. I don't care if she paid. The point is, she has a new butt. She should show it off.
You think
Yeah.
that the venue for Madonna to
She
show
don't
off
have
her,
to twerk.
her
I'm
new
saying
butt?
she could wear a sexy outfit like Beyonce wore when
Sure,
Beyonce did
sure.
it.
We're not.
And she should, show off her new booty asset. She paid enough money for it. Why not show it off?
Twerk, no twerk. We want to
Sing
see.
and twerk. She can sing and twerk and dance
Yeah.
like she does and show off her nice booty. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
goal. I think, and then you got Jay-Z up there rapping along with.
Jay-Z could be dancing in the background.
Jay-Z could be background dancer. Jay-Z's background dancer to no one. Well, if anyone, Madonna
I
probably.
think we're overestimating his dancing abilities.
Yeah, I think so too.
They could both each sing a song, or one song. They could each both sing part of a song.
Or
yeah.
Madonna would sing the "Crazy in Love" part, and he would do the rap.
Yeah,
who
that's
knows?
a good one. Yeah,
All right.
that'd be great.
What?
Yeah.
So have you watched the Super Bowl? Are you a football person?
I've seen parts of Super Bowls. Yeah, not a whole game, but I watch parts. Of
Okay.
it, yeah.
Do you have a favorite that you've seen in the past?
Well, all I know is I like the LA Raiders because they got the coolest coats. Because I used to have a Raiders coat and I loved it.
That's right, the
A black
one.
leather, with
Yeah.
the Raiders helmet on it, and I liked it. And I went to a game once and I saw the Detroit Lions and the LA Raiders play. I forgot who won, but I just like the
It was just
Raiders.
a regular game, like not a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I've never been to
Play.
a Super Bowl game, but
Those
yeah,
tickets are expensive. I would imagine not.
I just I don't like big crowds around
Okay.
me, so I would probably have to sit in private seating.
Have you ever taken part in any halftime activities like the make this basket from half court or shoot the
Oh,
puck?
I would love to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Maybe they'll let
Ooh.
me. I can audition right now. Oh, say can
Sherry,
you?
no, we're not
sing-
going to do that. I appreciate the attempt and the goal of patriotism on this show. I appreciate it.
What was the event that Roseanne sang the national
It was a
anthem?
baseball game.
Oh, okay. And
She
people
sa-
were super pissed, right?
Yeah. It was a baseball game. I don't even think it was like a big deal, but it was it was made a big deal because she sang it like she
Yeah.
did that whole thing. And then afterwards she was like, I did the best I could. And I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
No, I believe she can't sing.
I do, but I believe she made it it was like a bit.
Yeah.
And everyone hated her after that, like for at least a little bit. What would so let's see. The Interpol, Azalea Banks, Gigi Allen tries to throw shit, gets rushed off the stage. Girl Talk comes up, the music dies out, the Kittens come on, and then who is the next special guest on this halftime show?
Darcy Lynn.
Who's Darcy Lynn?
She's a young upcoming. She's going to be in New Jersey. She does musical theater. She's an upcoming. She's like a 14-year-old girl. She's a ventriloquist. She won on America's Got Talent.
I saw those on YouTube. So all of a sudden, like the cat turns into a puppet and it's Darcy Lynn singing.
She has the puppet sing sometimes in the song, and then she'll sing a couple lines, and the puppet will sing a couple lines, and I saw her on the Kelly Pickler show. And
she's very talented she's a young lady.
She did Jingle Bells, and she had the ventriloquist sing a couple notes from it, and then I think she sang a little bit of it too.
Yeah,
and it was really cute, and
So you would want. So look, now we got the kids involved. We got everybody represented.
I think Madonna, Jay-Z, and Darcy Lynn should all be on there together.
Yes, okay, yeah. The ultimate combo. Sherry, is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
Well, I would like to promote the accountability for a detective named Richard Knatfeld who falsified an arrest report and falsely imprisoned me and said I was a fugitive out of the state of Michigan. My name's Brenda Justice. And Greg Holm came in my apartment in Brooklyn and kidnapped my 6-year-old child who's been missing for 6 years. And I hope they're held accountable. And I have the paperwork I can show on Sunday nights here. I perform music upstairs.
Sure.
I bring my evidence if there's any investigators that want to investigate it. My son was kidnapped by fraud. Like I said, a detective falsified an arrest report, said I was a fugitive out of the state of Michigan. Michigan's trying to say they have a warrant, but they don't. They just want to institutionalize me because they want to keep my son for federal and state funding.
Whoa.
And state foster care and adoption homes. He could be put in a mental institution. They do that a lot. They take
Sherry,
kids.
I don't mean to interrupt you. This seems very important. This is going to go out on the internet. Do you want me to put this out on the internet?
Yes, please, because
Okay.
I need help with. I need some honest people to come forward and
If
investigate
there's
my
anyone
evidence.
with legal knowledge and the ability to represent Sherry here,
Look at my evidence of the fraud they committed to kidnap my son.
I would be. I hope this works out for you, Sherry. I really do. I hope everything works out for you, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause.
Oh, don't forget to check out. Oh, it's off. Yeah, I want to promote my Sunday show upstairs, my music show too.
Yeah, live here at the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City, Queens. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sherry. Coming up next, is Devin here? No, Devin's. That's fine. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Eric and Elia. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, man, what's good?
Man, I fucking love marching bands. It's so good. Yeah. I was talking to you outside that I have a dream that I just want to play the tenor drum, the quad drums, the.
You think you got it like that?
I would learn. Well, look, to be fair, it's got to be hard. Remember that show? There was a show that Tommy Lee from Poison.
Okay.
Or Motley Crue, I mean. Yeah, Tommy Lee goes to college and he goes and he tries out for the marching band to learn, and it's so different than and he's like a fucking rock drummer. He's like a really
fucking stellar.
He's a beast drummer. And then he's doing you remember that he plays he played in the marching band and he kept fucking up and they were like, God damn it, Tommy Lee, you know?
Tommy Lee's no Nick Cannon, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think Nick Cannon can play like that?
Oh hell
snare?
no.
Welcome to the
he had
show.
a hand model.
Wait, do you enjoy the movie Drumline as much as I do?
Oddly enough, I do.
I love that movie,
Like the
man.
things they do in that movie is just ridiculous. I could just numb out watching it all day.
I love that the whole movie, one of the major plot points is the I never learned to read music. Like I never learned, like that was like the.
It's like, guess what? I never learned to read music either.
Yeah.
I was in band and I tried my best to try and pull
you
those
figured
notes
it
out.
What did you play?
Trumpet. Like
Oh,
Adam.
trumpet.
Yeah.
We got to get a horn section
Big time
going.
buzz section, dog.
100%. Let's start a ska band. Brandon plays drums. Yeah. Let's do it.
I don't think I got the chops. You lose the buzz after a while.
Yeah, the embouchure, right? Like,
Oh, my God.
I've never been able to play any kind of like wind instrument. I play the guitar and the bass and all that stuff. I played anything with strings on it. I feel like I played the cello.
Yeah, you played
I played the
guitar, all that
violin. I
shit,
played
yeah.
other stuff. Like, but like something that has to do with like controlling your mouth around, especially trumpet, that you have to like.
It's a lot of
blow-
buzzing and
Yeah,
like, yeah.
that shit
ridiculous.
always like my brother plays and my uncle plays, and my uncle's very very good. Like, I've never understood it. I've never understood it.
I got it for like a while. I was in like in junior high school band in the morning, like I was telling you outside. I mainly joined because Dina was there. She was like the number one trumpet. She was adorable.
Oh, so you had a crush on the number one, the first chair.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a Disney movie writing a teen Disney movie writing itself
People
as
do
we
crazy
speak.
things when they're young, like join band for the love of someone
Yeah.
that you'll eventually see empty out a spit valve. And things change shortly after that.
Yeah. What did you take part in any halftime activities?
Nah, New York ain't never have no halftime show.
Really?
Yeah, band and like most of the sports, PSAL or whatever, they were just completely separate.
Oh, because it wasn't a school.
Yeah,
league.
it was either something you did in school as like an alternative or you did sports. But they never really merged. Like even in basketball, I remember like at the most you got like the girls doing the hand slap dancing at a halftime show.
Oh yeah, what's that called? Stepping.
There
I'm
we go.
sorry. Yes.
Oh man, I feel so bad.
That was the most angry version of somebody like stepping. What the fuck? You don't know shit.
No, but yeah, that's as like intricate as it got here.
Yeah.
Like we never went that hard.
How familiar are you with the Super Bowl halftime shows? Did you watch them?
I didn't watch them regularly. Like there's people that watch that religiously.
Yeah.
Not me. The one that stands out to me the most, say what you will about the dude, but his showmanship is top notch. Michael Jackson in '93 was spectacular.
It was revolutionary at the time, but then again, Michael Jackson was like revolutionizing fucking everything at that time.
Like the things that he did, like I remember him, like it was like end zone. He popped out, or like not him popped out on one side, and everybody freaked out, and then not him popped out on the other side, and everybody freaked out, and then he popped out in the middle at the 50-yard line, and he just stood there.
And everybody losing their minds.
And he just stood there. Like, who else could command that much time at a halftime show?
Yeah.
Like, doing nothing.
That's
He
true.
literally just stood there, and everybody just freaked out. The amount of power that he had, like, on some, like, I'm the shit,
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Like,
What? That's your favorite one.
it's definitely the one that stands out.
It's
to
definitely
me.
one that stands out. Do you? What? I'm trying to think. Oh, what? Let's see what dumb shit. What year were you born?
82.
82. Let's see what dumb. 1982. See, I'm telling you, this is who it was. The performer was Up With People, and it was a salute to the 1960s and Motown. Like, it was literally just a
dug that.
little thing, like a little like gimmick in between, like as a halftime show. It was never as big as it was.
I
Like,
think I would have appreciated that a lot more. It gets a little too hoopla-y nowadays.
yeah, Up With People is an educational organization whose mission is to inspire young people to make a difference in their world.
All right, it was a good thing that we
They're a
changed that.
cult? Yeah, Glenn Close was Up With People was a cult? Wow. Glenn Close was part of it. She got out. Wow.
It's a good
really?
thing. It's
Fuck, that's
All
cool.
right, so we
you
learned
had
that.
a cult play the year of your birth. You had a cult play the halftime show.
who played the next year.
Scientology. Scientology.
See, we're changing things up, guys.
The Los Angeles Super Drill Team.
All
That's what I'm
right.
telling you. Like, it's really.
When did it get good?
The
those
Michael
sound
Jackson.
odd.
Michael Jackson, 93.
There we go.
Because then after Michael Jackson, wait, where are we talking about here? Well, I got the list of everything. After Michael Jackson, it was a rock and country thing, and then they had Clint Black and Tanya Tucker and Travis Tritt and the Judds.
How you
That's
gonna
a
follow
huge-
Michael Jackson with that?
That was
list?
94. What was 90? 90? What do you want?
All right, later,
Did you
Sheriff.
feel left out? I didn't ask you the year. It was Pete Fountain, a salute to New Orleans, and the 40th anniversary of Peanuts.
All right, I'll give you that.
Snoopy
I'll
and
give
shit.
94
Yeah.
that.
It was just a lot of marching bands and something like that. Well, whatever. So right now we've had this show going on. Interpol Azalea Banks.
This is gonna be
Gigi
a
Allen
weird
getting
show.
thrown out. Girl talk. Kittens. A girl with a puppet. And then who comes onto stage to join Darcy Lynn and her puppet?
Nah, they just break the stage down after that.
That's
Straight
up. What would you like to see? Okay, so now let's talk about what theme are we developing around this group of people?
Oh, word. Are we going to be sponsored by the same, like, what's the top three? Like Budweiser, Doritos,
Yeah,
Pepsi, definitely top
Pepsi
three,
sponsors
right?
huge, yeah.
Are we going to keep the same sponsors?
Yeah,
If we're going
or-
to try and modernize
Well,
it.
no, the theme usually is like it's all stars, but back then it was like Motown or whatever. Like,
I don't know, man. You know what I would like to see, though?
yeah,
How about, like, we do the whole, like, hologram thing, right?
yes.
We bring back Prince, we bring back Michael, Tupac, whoever the hell you want.
So you want all of a sudden Darcy Lynn singing with a puppet, and then a hologram of who pops out?
Yeah, no, we keep the icons up in hologram style, but then we bring in like The Rock and Ellen to do like karaoke style, like
The
just
Rock
in the middle.
and
Yeah,
Ellen?
straight up.
Wait.
like, just, karaoke. Just we don't need stars anymore. They don't need any more promotion.
So you're saying that they should do at the halftime show of the
it's
Super
just
Bowl
karaoke session.
breaks down into a lip sync battle,
Damn right.
like that show lip sync battle with
All day.
Ellen and The Rock.
At least for a couple minutes, everybody has some fun. We get back to the game and we just do this.
Yeah, I love this idea of The Rock just jumping up the. Okay, so I'm writing all of this down so we can recap.
Like, have you seen Vin Diesel sing? Rihanna's like he's got
What?
a video. Yeah, he's got a video online where he was singing one of Rihanna's song at a karaoke jam, and his voice is actually pretty amazing.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel,
you
check
know,
it out.
There's his. That's not his real. You know that deep voice that he puts on for movies and stuff.
He sang the whole thing like that.
Really?
It was
I heard that's
epic.
not like his real voice. His natural speaking voice is actually very different. Like that's how he gets away with like phone calls and stuff like that. Like he's called.
I wish.
Yeah. They say his voice is very different, and he just puts on the deep voice.
Well, whatever voice he sung that karaoke song on, put him on stage 50-yard line. Bam, we got a sesh for a couple minutes.
No, I like the lip sync battle more.
We can work on who we want to put up there karaoke style, but I think it's a good thought, at least for now.
I admire the change, the vibe of the whole thing.
Let's try something new.
This halftime show has been a roller coaster ride.
It's gonna be a lot, or we could just have the puppies out there live.
Oh,
Why
now
not?
the
Why they gotta
puppies
do a
do
separate
battle
thing?
with the whatever. Oh, okay, I
Just
get
put
it.
them out there live and let them hash it out.
I dig it.
We got enough time.
Eric, thank you so much for being here
Always.
and contributing. Would you like to promote before you go?
Whatever you guys got going on, just support these dudes, support the Creek. Everybody's got some great shit going on.
The
and
Creek
just
in the Cave in Long
keep it
Island
going.
City, Queens.
Definitely,
And
guys.
and Vin Diesel's singing voice, all promoted in the same breath.
Check that video out.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Eric Heredia. Coming up next, closing out the show, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ben Gordon. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Yo, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, y'all?
I have. You've been listening. We're having fun. You're on.
I've been in and out of here. Yeah,
You've
yeah,
been
yeah.
in and out. You have. You're working. I appreciate you being here. What?
Say word.
How familiar are you with the Super Bowl halftime show?
With the halftime of the Super Bowl,
Do you care about the Super Bowl or anything?
not at all. I think it's Kendall Farrell has a joke about them having gay superstars do the Super Bowl halftime show, and
Gay like
he was saying Madonna, Lady Gaga.
oh
Those were the examples I think he had in his joke.
like I mean that sounds great. Like why
Yeah.
I don't see the downside. I think it would be a fantastic. I think that would also bring. You're talking about to bring viewers to the Super Bowl, gay viewers.
He was using them as literal examples, if I remember correctly. You know,
Yeah. Well, we're not here to talk
Like,
about Kendall
he's-
Farrell. We're here to talk about you.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. That's the most intimate knowledge I have of the Super Bowl halftime show. Is
You're
his joke.
younger. Well, you're younger now. Maybe we can finally land on a good year. What year were you born?
97.
97.
I'm hoping for Metallica.
What a baby.
You a baby, dog.
No, good for you, dude. You got
The
that Vin
best
Diesel.
WrestleMania happened the year I was born. So
Oh, yo, we should have a
Shit.
instead of
No.
the stage.
I was thinking of
Yo,
17.
take the stage down, put a ring up,
They should have a
Well,
WWE halftime show.
They did that, and they're doing it again this year.
Wait, but no, I'm talking
Not
about
at the
like
Super-
a light, like a sanctioned Super Bowl. You know what?
I wouldn't want that.
Look, they're bringing back the
That's-
XFL. One can only dream that they'll have. They'll get as big as the Super Bowl.
That's too much cultural garbage.
Do you want to know
Someone's
the
excited.
year of your birth? What the Super Bowl halftime show was?
It's not Metallica. Who is it?
It was the Blues Brothers.
Oh,
The
shit,
Blues
dude.
Brothers, Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman, and James Belushi. with
Okay. I was like, the Blues Brothers aren't real people.
It was the Blues Brothers 2000 crew.
97 wasn't a real year.
But look at this. Look at
Honestly?
look at the guests: ZZ Top and James Brown.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't. You
That's a
don't even
baller ass. That's a good show.
That is, yeah, literally, that's how it's listed here. The Blues Brothers, Dan
I
Aykroyd,
mean-
John Goodman, James Belushi, ZZ Top is fourth build,
That's
And-
that's
and then
James
James
Brown.
Brown is fifth build.
wow.
Dude,
gotta talk to
yeah,
their
That's pretty good.
that sounds
to
like
be
a fucking
honest.
fun jam. That sounds
I'd look that up on
at the
YouTube.
Louisiana Superdome. That sounds fucking fun.
Superdome?
Yeah, because that's all you want.
That's-
Like you want a
that's who
mix of
WrestleMania's
songs
there.
that people love and know. You know,
I mean, if you want.
yeah. Or unless you have like a superstar.
I didn't
come-
mention it before, but Michael Jackson's I think was the last like day game. His shit was like the sun was out. They don't do that anymore.
Oh,
Michael Jackson
was it a
sun
West
out.
Coast game?
It's like you know how much you have to command the stage to like
Yeah.
have that presence in day.
I like seeing daytime shows like the Global Citizens Festival. Most of it is in the daytime. I think that's cool.
Yeah, you know what I enjoy now, like when they do those festivals that are live streaming online and you can like watch it from around the world.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. Like the Download Festival they did. I saw Faith No More on there. It was
And
awesome.
when the stream gets really bad, that's how you know people are coming in and out of the stream. Either a bunch of people are coming in or a bunch of people are coming out. Your stream is crashed.
Oh, is that a problem? I mean, like,
Yeah, all the time. You know?
yeah, because of the traffic.
Because of traffic.
Well,
Internet
have
traffic.
you been taking part in any halftime activities?
I don't.
You're a sports guy, right? You like sports? No.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were.
He's definitely taking part in like halftime debauchery.
I was in band in middle school.
Okay.
And, we went to I guess the high school we would go to next, presumably.
Sure.
And we did marching band with them for one of their games.
What'd you play?
I played the tuba, but
Hell yeah! Was it the one in front of you or the sousaphone that you wore?
Yeah, in band class you play the regular ass sit in front of you tuba.
Right.
Fucking,
I like the position.
This is
Yeah,
how you
I wish
sit.
this was a visual
It's right in
podcast.
front of you. I played the sousaphone the one time ever for their marching band. It was heavy. It pinched into my shoulder.
Yeah.
It was fucking rad though. Like I
feels
never
cool.
in my
That's
life
like-
dreamed I was gonna play a wraparound instrument.
That's an ultimate marching band thing. Is the sousaphone?
The sousaphone,
That's like
man.
the
It felt so
like
cool.
the most
That's what-
visible thing.
It's so cool, but no one thinks you're cool playing the tuba.
I disagree. I think that
It's a lot
like
to take in.
I think it used
a
to
lot
be
to
like
put
band
out.
geeks and everybody was like labeled nerds and stuff. I think not like you got one up on like a bunch of these assholes that like would make fun of the people who played an instrument or something like that, but they can't do shit. Like, what do I do? Oh, I spend money and I fight. Like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I think that people respect that more now. Like, if you play an instrument,
Yeah,
you know who I think
people appreciate artists.
You know who I think makes a huge impact actually in that vein? The Roots. The Roots
hell
are
yeah.
fucking dope, and they're all playing these. They're amazing musicians.
The Roots were so hip hop with or without their instrumentality.
And times have changed also. I remember in band class, like one thing that I definitely didn't like about band
Undeniable.
class is like we had to clean our instrument pieces in a cup of like straight up regular Listerine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
even
yeah,
like
yeah.
minty or anything. It was
Yeah.
like the brown one.
I remember.
It was like, oh, get that shit out my face.
Yeah, I. One of my favorite
Spitty
things.
instruments got spitty.
Yeah, those are
Times
gross.
have changed for the better.
But no, like like one of my favorite things of like live music, or not live, but like it was recorded live, is the Jay-Z Unplugged when he had the Roots playing for him. Does
sure.
anyone remember that?
Hell yeah.
That was so fucking hype. That was one of my favorite things. So you've never, but you didn't take part in any. You did that one time, and that was it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk
It was
about
a good time.
in
Shout out to
this Super Bowl
Lakeisha High
halftime
School.
show that we are producing.
Sure.
Interpol and Azalea Banks are doing a mashup.
That's a good
then
opener.
Gigi Allen rushes the stage. You got Girl Talk comes in with all of the electronics, and then singing with a girl with a puppet. And then with kittens, I forgot about the kittens.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
can't
I'm
forget
sorry.
about the kittens, bro.
The
I didn't mean to
showing up
dismiss the
puppies.
kittens. And then all of a sudden, there's a Ellen and The Rock doing a lip sync
Man,
battle.
I love that duo, Ellen and The Rock.
Yeah.
Like you could put them on any of the like 10 networks and they would make
Yeah.
they would
I
be
would-
proud to put commercials in
I
front
would
of those
watch
two.
them be in a movie together. Like I
Absolutely.
want to see an Ellen
That-
and The Rock movie.
That podcast, I would listen to that podcast.
I would listen to the fuck out of that podcast. So then
Those are two people that need to have a conversation.
So Ellen and The Rock are doing a lip sync battle. Who comes out to show them how to do it right? Like, let's say they're lip syncing their song, and then all of a sudden they come out and they're like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it." And
Yeah.
this is the finale. It has to be a closer.
Who do you think could actually shut down Ellen and The Rock
Yeah.
on some like,
Who's
nah,
bigger than Ellen and The Rock?
step aside. I got this.
I really like the idea of having BTS play the Super Bowl halftime show.
BTS, the Korean boy band.
The Korean boy band. I think that they would sell out the Super Bowl of people just wanting to see BTS.
I think it
Instead
would be
of
on as
football.
soon as they came on TV. There would be a billion football fans going, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Fuck? And they got to explain it to their wives. What are these Korean boys you're looking at?
There's too much
They're so
media.
handsome and pretty at the same time.
Yeah.
Who
There-
are you watching?
That's like
Was that Gigi Allen? That's a wild halftime show.
This is a wild halftime show. But
I think BTS could shut down Ellen and The Rock.
Nope.
I think
do
the
agree with
power
you on that.
of rabid teenage girls beats whoever cares
no,
about Ellen.
this is already happening.
And The Rock.
Remember, this is you're a marketing executive putting the show together.
Mm-hmm.
BTS would pull in things, but they're a surprise. You can't advertise them.
Yeah,
this
you
is
gotta
all
keep them on a
this is all a
hush.
surprise. You gotta will that
Well, then they have to play for like an hour.
BTS would have to
Yeah.
suddenly the Super Bowl turns into a BTS concert.
Yeah, I mean, like,
There's gonna be a lot of mad football.
well, who cares?
What if The Rock got to like maybe rock bottom one of them?
Yes.
Not all of them.
I mean, if like he gets Ellen to help him rock bottom.
Oh, I'm
I
like,
want to. What if Ellen rock bottoms The Rock?
oh my God, Mike, game over.
Yeah,
that's the show.
But so we're going
Is
with
that
BTS.
how we close out? Is that how we close? BTS with the left shark guy from Katy Perry's performance.
I would
at the
say
Super Bowl.
you have BTS come out with an NSYNC reunion and have a boy band
have a
off.
boy band rival battle.
Yes, I think that would be like a huge climax. That's my suggestion. We'll do BTS
none of those guys-
and then an NSYNC reunion.
I
Blowing
wish
it
I
out
knew
of the
who
water.
BTS's Justin Timberlake was. 'Cause
Yeah,
I want to see them face off.
Yo, can we settle
that
this
fight
in
for
the
sure.
ring? Just have like BTS, then have like NSYNC,
And
and
Mike
have like
Chioda ref
Backstreet
it.
Boys and Boys to Men with The Rock and Ellen refereeing.
With Boys to Men.
Yeah, everybody, just throw them in, and we're gonna see who's on top for real. And then we have Ellen and The Rock like refereeing the whole joint
I would
as
love
they
to
lip
see.
sync.
I would love to see Boys to Men getting some love
I
again.
mean, this is
love
the
Boyz
man
II
that booked The Rock and Ellen together. He doesn't have bad ideas.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sounds
just
like a
a little
solid
long.
idea. Man, I think we've nailed this halftime show. I think we fucking crushed it.
more entertaining than any football game ever.
Ben,
I pay for it.
would
For the
you like
people.
to promote anything before you go?
Just keep coming to the Creek in the Cave, 1093 Jackson Avenue, Long Island City.
That's
this
right,
place
ladies and
wonderful.
gentlemen.
We have great food,
The Creek
great
in the
comedy.
Cave in Long Island City,
I like
Queens.
these wireless mics, Mike.
Huh?
These wireless mics are off the chain, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like
we
I'm in the
upgraded
future.
our equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ben Gordon. Let me get this going.
Round of applause for Zeros on Heroes.
Yeah, Zeros on Heroes. Thank you so much. This is my favorite college football team. This is the fight song for the University of Miami Hurricanes. That's why we're closing on the show. It's the end of the show, everybody. That's it. We did it. Yeah, the seventh floor. Yes, that is a real thing. Thank you all for listening. You can hear this on the internet tomorrow, Friday, at zerosonheroes.com. Zeros on Heroes on all social media. We record here at the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City, Queens, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Every week is different. You can come out and actually be a part of the show. New audience members, you could have come on and talked about Super Bowl halftime shows with us. Next week it will be another thing, and you're more than welcome to come back and talk about that. You can follow me at Mike Mercadal on all social media. And thank you all for listening. Remember to go out and be heroic.